Request on. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Is speaker working?
Yes, sir.
Speaker is. I think speaker is not working.
सर कभी कभी बोलते हैं
Yes, yes, now sir. Now it is working? Working. So as our course is focused on measurement aspect. So in social sciences we say econometrics is a science of measurement. So I would like to introduce the basic econometric model so that it may be helpful in our participant in measuring economic productivity and efficiency. So I just like to introduce the basic concept of econometrics. Many of our participants are not aware about econometrics. So it is first time for them. In this lecture, I would like to focus on what is econometrics, types, its nature, scope of econometrics, methodology of econometrics, regression model, types of data, and role of computer. So this is the brief course for this our Gian course, measuring efficiency and productivity, theory and practice. I begin from the meaning of econometrics. Literally interpreted, econometrics means economic measurement. We define econometrics by the term economic measurement. According to Arthur S. Goldberg, econometrics is a social science that applies the tools of economic theory, mathematics, and statistical inference to analyze economic phenomena. So, mathematically, we can say econometrics is equal to economic theory plus mathematics plus statistics. This is an interdisciplinary approach. For econometrics, we use the economic theory, we use mathematics, and we use the statistics. This is an interdisciplinary approach. In economic theory, postulate relationship between economic variables. We need a relationship between economic variables. For this, we use the economic theory. Economic theory tells us that there exists a relationship between this economic variable and that economic variable. Mathematics. Mathematics express the exact relationship between variables. We use the mathematics for exactness. Mathematics is exact. However, real business world relations are inexact. Mathematical model give us exactness, but real world business world is inexact. So we need to chance factor. For this purpose, we introduce the statistics in the econometrics. Statistics allow for randomness in the relationship between variables. Economic theory gives us relationship between variables. Mathematics is a way to express that relationship in exact way. But real world relations, business relations are inexact. For inexactness, existence of inexactness in business relations, we need the randomness. And randomness is covered by the statistics. So it is the integration of economic theory plus mathematics plus statistics. And this is a interdisciplinary approach rather than multidisciplinary. We study the economic theory, mathematics, and statistics simultaneously, rather than a different lecture on economic theory and different on mathematics and different on statistics. It integrates the things and become a new discipline that is known as the econometrics. Econometrics integrates economic theory, mathematical tool, and statistical methods to measure and analyze economic phenomena, essentially allowing economists to test and quantify relationship between economic variables using real world data. So this is our discipline of econometrics. Types of econometrics. We discuss the types of econometrics by introducing the objective of econometric modeling. Econometric modeling is required to convert the qualitative economic statements into quantitative statements. We convert the qualitative economic statement into quantitative economic statement by using the econometrics. This is the one of the major objectives of the econometrics modeling. We divide the econometrics in two parts: theoretical econometrics and applied econometrics. Theoretical econometrics is concerned with developing methods to measure economic. In theoretical econometrics, we develop the econometric models that are used to measure the economic relationship specified by the economic models. Applied econometrics. In applied econometrics is the application of tools of theoretical econometrics. Tools developed by theoretical econometrics are used by the applied econometricians. So we can simply divide the econometrics into theoretical econometrics and applied econometrics. And by using the applied econometrics, we address the real world economic and business problems. For measurement, we use the econometrics. So econometrics is a measurement science for social sciences. Next, we discuss the nature and scope of econometrics. I already stated that econometrics is interdisciplinary because it actively integrates concepts and methods from the multiple disciplines like statistics, mathematics, and economics to analyze the economic data, creating a sanitized understanding that goes beyond simply drawing from different fields. This is an integrated approach. That is why you use the word interdisciplinary for the econometrics. Now we discuss the scope of econometrics. Econometrics is generally used to turn the theoretical economic model into estimatable models. We use the econometric to estimate the models. It bridges theories and practice. It is a useful mainly for economic decision making and business analytics. By having an understanding of the econometrics, we can betterly analyze the business aspects. This is used for business analytics and economic decision making. Anatomy of econometric modeling. Now we discuss the various types of econometric modeling. First of all, as we have previously discussed, we need the economic theory. First of all, we need economic theory. Economic theory tells us relationship between the economic variables. Next, we need mathematical model of the theory. We convert the economic theory into mathematical model. Econometric model of the theory. Then we convert the mathematical model into econometric model. After converting a mathematical model into econometric model, we need data. We put real world data. And by using that data, we estimate the econometric model. And after estimation, we test the hypothesis. And after testing the hypotheses, if our hypotheses are significant, useful for us, then we use them for forecasting and prediction. And using that forecasting, we use that result and forecasting and prediction for policy formulation, for policy purposes. So this is the anatomy of the econometric modeling. These are the some steps in building used in building the econometric model. Our further lecture will focus on measurement of economic modeling. So we should have basic knowledge of the econometric modeling. So it starts from economic theory and it goes to the policy purposes. Methodology of econometrics. As we have previously discussed, first of all, we need the statement of theory or hypothesis. And this statement of theory or hypothesis come from the economic theory. Economic theory generally postulates that an increase in advertising expenditure lead to an increase in sales. Relationship between sale and advertisement expenditure is given by the economic theory. And economic theory teaches us that when we increase the advertisement expenditure, it will lead to an increase in the sales. So this is a statement from the economic theory. This is the first step of the econometric modeling. First of all, we need the economic statement from the economic theory. This is our statement. And being business student, we easily understand that for an use advertisement expenditure for increasing the sale. So this knowledge is given by the economic theory. So this is the basic knowledge for econometric modeling. As our second step, specification of the mathematical model of the advertisement. Economic theory gives us the advertisement model that sale is a function of advertisement expenditure. S for sale, F for function, E for advertisement expenditure. And function means there is a relationship between sales and advertisement expenditure. That is why we use the word F. S is our dependent variable and E is our independent variable. We write S is equal to F E. Saving is equal to the function of expenditure, advertisement expenditure. And economic theory tells us that value of the beta 2 should be greater than 0. That is, this relationship is positive. Relationship may be positive as well as negative. Independent variable may affect the dependent variable in any way, but it affect. That is why we say it independent variable, because it have an effect on the dependent variable. So this is our functional form, specification of the mathematical model. S is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 plus E. This is the equation of the straight line. And this is mathematical model. There is exactness. If we know the value of beta 1 and beta 2, for a given any value of E, we can estimate the value of S. For this model, we need the value of beta 1 and beta 2. And after that, we can estimate the value of S for any given value of E. This is our model. And this is the exact model. But in the real world, we can say that when we increase the advertisement expenditure, there will be increase in sale. But we cannot exactly tell that if we increase the advertisement by this specific amount, then how much exact amount sale will increase. We can generally say that sale will increase, but we cannot say that exactly. So there is chances, there is a scope for inexactness. That is why we need the econometrics. Till now we have completed two steps. First step from economic theory and second step from mathematics. We convert the economic statement into mathematical model. In economic theory, generally postulate that an increase in advertising expenditure lead to an increase in sale. Same thing is written in the mathematical form. S is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2. Beta 1 is the slope coefficient. Beta 1 is the sale when expenditure is 0. If we don't make expenditure on advertisement, there will also be sale. Sale will not be 0. Sale will exist. But when we increase the advertisement expenditure, sale will increase. So as we increase the value of E, value of S will increase. So increase will depend upon value of beta 2, because beta 1 is fixed. When we increasing the E, then S is increasing, and it is increasing through the beta 2. As beta 2 value is higher, there will be higher increase in the S. So S and E are related through beta 2. Beta 2 is our slope coefficient. But this model shows the exact relationship rather than chance for the inexactness. But real world, real business world, there is a inexactness in the relationship between sales and the advertisement expenditure. They are related but not in the exact way. Next, we have the specification of the econometric models for sale. So in existing model, we have add the error term U. We have a error term U, and U represent the unobserved factors. U represent the chance factor. Sale will increase, but exact increase in sale will depend upon another factor also, which we have not captured in this model. That all observations, all factors will be covered by the U, that is the error term. And U is the stochastic term. For U, we use the stochastic term. What is stochastic term? Sir will frequently use the stochastic model, stochastic model. So our previous model was the mathematical model, which has the exactness. And in this model, we have the stochastic term. This U is the stochastic term, error term. It will be frequently used in this course. It captures the unobserved factor that influence sale but not explicitly included in the model. It is a random variable that has well-defined probabilistic properties. The error term U account for randomness and unmeasured factor that could affect sale, ensuring the model is realistic. Previously, we have discussed the exact model, and now we are saying that realistic model. Realistic model which represent the real world. In the real world, business is the inexact rather than exact. The model assumes a linear relationship between advertisement and sale. This model is a linear model. And in next slide, we will discuss how it is a linear. How a model can be linear and how a model can be non-linear. So this is the linear model. And we have the U error term, that is the stochastic term. And our further discussion in next lecture will be depends upon stochastic model. In next step in methodology of econometrics, we have econometric model. Now we put the value of E and S to estimate the value of beta 1 and beta 2. So obtaining data, our next step is obtaining data. To estimate the above econometric model, that is to obtain the numerical values of beta 1 and beta 2. We need data on sale and advertisement expenditure for S and E. For example, we have yearly firm level data on sale and expenditure from 2001 to 2024. In 2001, this is sale. In 2001, this is the advertisement expenditure. We have the hypothetical data. And by using that data, we would estimate the model. We would calculate the value of beta 1 and beta 2. And here we have used a cap on S. Previously there is no cap on S, but this now we have a cap on S. It means this is the estimated value of S. S represents the sale. And we have the value of beta 1, that is 265. And we have the value of beta 2, that is 2.8. And plus error. So this is our estimation of the econometric model. After estimating the model, we have the value of beta 1 and beta 2. Now we can get the value of S for any value of E. If we have value of E, then we can put these values into the model and we can calculate the value of S. And what would be the difference between our predicted value, exact value? That is represented by the U. By using this model, we would say if this is our advertisement expenditure level, then this would be the sale level. If there is a difference, then that difference is called by the error term, that is the U. And we have used the word estimated value, that is the S cap. S cap is estimated value and S is the exact value. And thereafter we use this result for hypothesis testing. And value of the beta 2, that is 2.8. This is a positive value. We have used a positive sign. It means there is a positive relationship between S and E, sale and advertisement expenditure. If this value becomes negative, then this is not according to our statement or our hypothesis. In hypothesis, we have stated that there is a positive relationship between advertisement and sale. So this value is according to our hypothesis, our economic theory. This is a positive value, that is 2.8. So this shows the relationship between S and E. As we increase the E, S will increase by 1 unit increase in E. S will increase by 2.8 unit. So this result we will use the hypothesis testing. So hypothesis testing, this hypothesis tells us there is a positive relationship between sales and advertisement expenditure. And this we know from the sign of the beta 2, that is positive. So we approve our hypothesis by using the hypothetical data. Then we use the same result for forecasting or prediction. If the advertisement expenditure for 2025 is set at 10,000, then we are interested to know what would be the projected level of sale. So we put the value of E in bracket and we multiply it by 2.5, 2.8, and then we add the 265 and it becomes 28265. So this is the projected sale. for 2025. But sale may be different from this. That difference is called by error term U. That is our stochastic term. So this is the methodology for econometrics. Final step in this methodology is the use of model for control or policy purposes. If we are working in a business firm, then we would have a level of, we would have a target of for sale. For that to achieve that target, we will decide our level of advertisement expenditure. Through this model, we will estimate for getting this level of sale, how much advertisement expenditure is required. So we fix from here, we take our financial decision regarding the advertisement expenditure on the advertisement. That is the use of the result in real business work. Next, we have regression analysis. For estimating this model, we have used the regression analysis. For estimating the model, we should have the knowledge of the regression analysis. Regression is a statistical technique focused on examining and modeling the dependence of one variable, that is dependent variable on one or more other variables, and that is the independent variable. In our model, we have used the one dependent variable and one independent variable. But in regression, there may be more than one independent variable. Regression estimates the average value of the dependent variable for a given value of the independent variable. We will get the average value rather than the exact value. Time series regression. Regression may be divided into time series. There are some types of regression. Time series regression focus on modeling and forecasting using time ordered data. Regression have the different types, and one of them is the time series regression. In time series regression, we use the time series data order in the time. Structural equation modeling. It combines the multiple regression equation to model complex causal relationship. In our previous model, we have assumed a simple relationship. We have used only one equation. But in the real world estimation, we may need the more than one equation. A situation may be complex. So the structural equation modeling combines multiple regression equations to model the complex causal relationships. So this is the another type of the regression. And another may be logistic regression. We use the logistic regression when dependent variable is binary. It is in the form of 0 or 1. It may be like success or failure. If success is dependent variable, then we may use 1, and failure is there, then we may use the 0. In such situation, if you are dependent variable in the form of 0 and 1, then we use the logistic regression. And next, we may have the different form of regression model, that is profit regression. Similar to logistic regression, that assume a cumulative normal distribution for the dependent variable. Logistic regression and profit regression are almost the used in the similar situation. Now we discuss the regression versus causation. By using the regression analysis, we try to estimate the causal relationship. But causal relationship, if regression may be unrelated things. We have data, we use the model, and our data will give the result. Result never means that there is a causation. Causation is postulated by the theory. For causation, we need the theory. Although regression analysis examines the dependence of one variable on another, it does not necessarily imply causation. Causal relationship must be inferred from the external sources, ultimately grounded in theory or domain-specific knowledge. Regression may be the unrelated variable as well, but we cannot say there is a causal relationship. Relationship comes from the theory or prior knowledge. And so, the regression which is not supported by the theory or domain-specific knowledge is known as spurious regression. Spurious regression refers to a statistical phenomenon in which a regression analysis yields statistically significant coefficient between variables that are actually unrelated. So, as variables for estimation model we select from the economic theory. The variable included in the model should be supported by the theory. Therefore, we can avoid the spurious regression. Spurious regression may be arised due to factors such as non-stationary variables, coincidental patterns, omitted variable bias, and other underlying issues. We use regression and based on regression we claim the causal relationship. But such causal relationship must be supported by the theory. Some types of regression model. Single equation regression model. In our example, we have used one equation. That was a single equation regression model. Regression model may have simultaneous equation regression model. The relationship between the explanatory variables and the dependent variable can involve a two-way flow of influence, where the variables not only cause changes in the dependent variable, but may also be influenced by it. One situation dependent variable may be dependent and other situation dependent variable may be independent. For example, price quantity supplied are interdependent and determined simultaneously. For price and supply model, we use the simultaneous equation model. In single equation regression model, we use a single equation and we claim that there is a one-way relationship. One side dependent variable and other side independent variable. But in simultaneous equation model, in one equation a model is a variable is dependent variable. And another equation, same variable may be independent variable. So we use more than one equation, then we claim the simultaneous equation model. Another type of the regression model, which will be used by the sir in further lectures, simple linear regression model. We have previously used the term linear regression. In this single equation model, y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x plus e. So in this variable, power of the variable as well as coefficient is 1. Power of the variables is 1. It means this is a linear regression model. And this model is linear both in variable as well as coefficient. X is our variable. Power of x is 1. Beta 1 is our coefficient. So power of beta 1 is also 1. Power of beta 2 is 1. These are both are coefficient. So if these both coefficient are with power 1, it means that model is linear in coefficient. If power of x independent variable is 1, then we claim that this model is linear in variables. X is our variable. So this model y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x plus e is linear in both coefficient as well as variables. A simple linear regression model examines the relationship between a single. This is simple linear regression model because we have this is linear because power of the variable is 1. This is simple because we have only one independent variable. If we increase the independent variable, if we use the x then z then w, then we would have the more than one independent variable. Then it will become the multiple regression model rather than simple. Simple means we have one independent variable. And term multiple means we have more than one independent. In both situations we have one dependent. We are saying simple and multiple based on the number of independent variables. If independent variable is 1, then we claim simple model. And if independent variables are more than 1, then we claim multiple model. In this model, y is the dependent variable, x is the independent variable, beta 0 is the intercept term, beta 1 is the slope coefficient, and e is the error term, accounting for random variation or the unobserved factors. Next, we have the multiple regression model. A multiple linear regression model extends the concept of simple linear regression by examining the relationship between a dependent variable and two or more independent variables. It models how dependent variable is influenced by multiple predictors, allowing for more comprehensive understanding of the relationship between variables. In our sale and advertisement expenditure model, we have just used the one determinant of the sale. But in real world, sale have many determinants. Sale depends upon advertisement expenditure, but depends upon another factor. What is the competitive strategy? What quality of our product? What if whether product is in fashion or not? We can increase the sale by increasing the advertisement, but it is not always feasible. Some many times it depends upon another factor. So in real world model, we use the multiple linear regression model. We have the extend our simple linear regression model by adding beta 2 x2 plus dot plus beta n x and up to n. We have an x independent variable in this model. So this is known as general linear regression model. We have generalized this model. We have used the n variable, where y is the dependent variable, x1, x2 up to n are the independent variable. These are the predictors. By using these predictors, we predict the value of y. That is our dependent variable. So we are interested in the value of the dependent variable, for which we have used the independent variable. And such models are useful in estimating the determinant of the efficiency and productivity. We measure the productivity, but we get a value. Why this value arriving? Why this value come to?
Turn off the cell phones, please.
So by using these determinants, we explain the trend in the productivity and efficiency. So in the same situation, beta 2 is our intercept term, x1, x2 are our variables that may be determinant of the sales. So this is our general linear regression model. And this is general, it is automatically multiple because we have more than one explanatory variable. Next, we have an example of the non-linear regression model. Non-linearity in variables. In variable is our x2, and power of x is variable is our x1, and its power is 2 instead of 1. That is why this model is non-linear in variable. Non-linearity in parameters. Beta 1 is our parameter, and here power of the beta 1 is 2. So this model is non-linear in the parameter. So from this slide we should be able to understand non-linearity in variables and non-linearity in parameters. Non-linearity in both variables and parameters. In next model we have y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 power 2 x1 power 2 plus another term. So this model is non-linear in both variable as well as parameters. Beta 1 is parameter, beta node is parameter, and x is our variable. So power is 1, then we say the relationship is linear. If power is more than 1, then we say relationship is non-linear. And most of our regression analysis depend upon the assumption of linearity. If we assume linearity and there is no linearity, then there may be fundamental violations of assumptions and it may lead to unreliable and biased results. So first we check whether our data is linear or non-linear, whether we should use the linear model or non-linear model. Based on this knowledge, we decide between linear model and non-linear model. Some types of data. Previously we have used the term time series data. So now we will understand the meaning of time series data. Time series data refer to a sequence of observation recorded at regular time interval. For example, daily data, it may be like daily exchange rate, stock prices. Monthly data, it may be like industrial production, trade balance for a particular month. Annual data, data may be annual for example, data on the gross domestic product. These are the some example of the time series data. Unit of measurement may be day, hour, second, minute, any may be unit of the measurement. But data should be according to the time. Then we say this is the time series data. Data ordered in the sequence of time is known as the time series data. Cross-section data, another type of data, refers to data collected at a single point in time. If we have the data for different time, then we say that this data is time series data. If we have data for a single point of time, then we say cross-section data. For example, the income levels of household in a city is surveyed in 2024. This data is only for 2024 at a single year, at a single point of time. And we have different cross-section unit. We have served the more than one unit. So we say the cross-section data, but time is same. Next, we have the panel data. So we will frequently use the panel data model for estimation of the efficiency and productivity. So we should have prior knowledge of the panel data. Panel data refer to a data set that contains observations on multiple entities such as individual, firm, countries, over multiple time periods. We have multiple time periods and multiple cross-section units. And same cross-section units are surveyed over the time. If cross-section units are surveyed at a given time of at a given point of time, then we say cross-section data. If same cross-section units are surveyed at various time periods, then we say panel data. We have both aspects, cross-section aspect as well as time aspect. For example, annual income data for the same household over 10 years. If we have data for households for only a single year, then we say this is the cross-section data. If we mix the cross-section data with time series data, then it becomes the panel data. Households are surveyed for the 10 years, same household. If same households are not, then we use the term pooled data. If unit of survey are same, then we use the word panel data. If unit of our survey are not same and feature are for cross-section and time series, then we use the data term that is the pooled data. But unit of survey are same, then we use the term panel data. We have the example of cross-section data. For example, we have the data for export for 2020 for India, USA, and China. India, USA, and China are three our cross-section unit, and we have data for the single year. That is why this is the cross-section data. Next, we use the example for the time series data. This is the data for only India export, only one unit. And this data is according to time, 20, 21, 22, 23. So this data is in order of the time. That is why we use the time series data. By this example, we easily understand the difference between cross-section data, that is for single time of point, and the time series data, that is for the according to time. And next we have example of panel data. In this example of panel data, we have combined both cross-section and time series data. We have served the same unit, we have conducted the survey of the same unit for different years. We have data for India, USA, China, three different units for the different time period. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. So this is the panel data. When someone will use the term panel data, you should able to understand the meaning. The data is according to time and data is for the different firms which have for which survey was conducted for different time periods. This is the example of panel data. Panel data regression model. Previously we have used the regression model but not for the panel data. This is the panel data regression model. The panel data regression model is used to analyze the relationship in data that combines both cross-sectional and time series dimensions. Here we have used the term YIT. I and T. T represent the time period and I represent the number of observations. IS for observation for IS unit. T means observation for IS unit for TS period. We have IS unit and TS period. That is why we use the word panel data regression model. We have different unit and we have different time period. YIT dependent variable for entity I and time T. XIT. X is our independent variable. I means it is for the ith unit. T means it is for the tth period. Value of T may vary for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the same way, value of I may vary. First unit, second unit, third unit, fourth unit. Error term, IT. So error term also we have used the time and unit expression. So this is the example of panel regression model. Next, we discuss the role of computer in econometrics. Small calculation we can do by hand. We can do in exam. We use the small questions. We have only 5 observations, 10 observations, value of x and y. Then we ask the students to estimate the regression model based on 10 observations, 15 observations, largely 15 observations. But real world there are large number of observations and calculation are complex. So we need to take help from the computer. So computer has a vital role in the econometric model for estimating the models. Computer play a vital role in econometrics, facilitating complex computations. Without the use of computer, it becomes difficult to make the estimates for the variables. It take more time. It require better knowledge, better understanding. But with the help of computer, we can easily make the computation for the same model. With the help of computer, we can analyze the data. We can estimate the model. That would nearly, not impossible, but nearly impossible or extremely time consuming without them. So now I discuss the some computer software packages which can be used for econometric analysis. And one package which would be used in this course is Stata. And another may be eViews. It may be SPSS. These are specifically designed for econometric analysis. Our course is based on Stata. So Stata is a computer software package which is used for statistical analysis, mainly for statistical analysis. So you should be aware about the meaning of Stata. After this course, there will be examination as well. In such exam, we may ask the meaning of EViews. We may ask the where EViews is used for economic analysis or for exchange rate analysis. EViews is for ticket booking or EViews is for the analysis of economic data. We may ask you such type of question. And if you are present here, I think there would be not any problem in answering such question. We may ask the use of SPSS, whether SPSS is used for economic data analysis or SPSS is a game software. We simply can put the simple question. So these software are specifically for the economic analysis, econometric analysis. Future of computer in econometrics. Computer can be used in future as well. There is a bright future of computer in econometrics. It can be particularly used in artificial intelligence, use of AI and machine learning to enhance the econometric model. By using the artificial intelligence, we can enhance the use of econometric model. Cloud computing. Computer can be used for real-time processing of massive data sets using cloud platforms. Big data integration. Combining traditional econometrics with insights from the big data analytics is the bright future. Artificial intelligence and cloud computing and big data integrations are the forthcoming fields. These fields today also matter and these have a bright future in future as well. If we have in MBA courses and in business courses, if we have knowledge of artificial intelligence, how to use AI for data analysis, how to use cloud computing for data analysis, how to analyze the big data. So this is the most required skills for the business plans. If in your biodata, if you claim we have a course on the startup, it will enhance your employability. So this is the most important course for you as a students of the econometrics, as a students of the business. And we have some scholar as well. So scholar can use this tool for their analysis. They can strengthen their analysis by focusing on productivity and they can learn the use of the data. From this workshop, sir will make a lot of claim and they will do their best to teach you. But what my expectation is that if you understand the how to start data, then this is a significant learning for participant of this course. So at least you will be aware about the data, and in future when you require an analysis, then there you would have an idea. Then we can use the data for such a analysis. In lack of such skills, people find them paralyzed. People can go up job, people can go to salaries, but when we ask them to conduct the analysis part, then they look towards them this side and that side. Who will do this job? And you are the students and you are supposed to have some skills. One will hire you because you are supposed to have the knowledge of analysis. If owner may have good answer than you, owner may have good car than you, and farm owner may have better shoes and better clothing than you, and they may have better skin than you, but they need you because of your analytical skills. So this course is specially designed for business scholars and economic scholars. So it is most important for you. Without such course, such understanding, I think MBA degree would not be able to add your employability or your bright future. There are large number of students which complete MBA, but there are few number of students which get real knowledge. or you are really lucky that you are present at here. This is a future changer game. After 2 years, 3 years, you would found yourself lucky. I am in academia since last 20 years, and people use mislanguage for their teachers because after getting job, they find themselves unable to analyze any data. They have degree, they have PhD degree, they have master degree, and they have jobs. But someone asks them to analyze data and write a research paper, then there is lot of problem, and they start to crying and imposing blame on one another because they don't know that job. If they don't know that job, then there is a no problem. Anyone can do easily. If we know, for example, if we know swimming, we can swim. Otherwise, if we don't know swimming and someone throw in the water, then we will blame him that he has attempted to kill us. If we know swim, then easily swim and go through that situation. So you people are lucky, and we are lucky that our Ministry of Education has allowed us to arrange such specialist people for us. And such facilities does not exist in India. That is why Gian program is designed. That is why we have arranged from the we have requested or we are requesting sir since last 5 years, and we are highly thankful to sir for accepting our invitations and accepting our proposals and enlightening our students. And one more observation some better students, so-called better students, got admission is IIM and IITs, and there is difference between at IIM. We have also a difference in MD University and in the specialized institution for management education. But difference between that specialized institution and the institution in which sir has worked is much more. So we are lucky. This is a source of inspiration and this is a good source of confidence for us. If in future you appear anywhere in any type of interview and you get the knowledge that some persons are from the management, some person are from IIT, some person are from the IIM, then you should be able to think that we have the learning, we have the understanding from the expert from the USA, and we are better than them. This is the one of the purpose of this course, that you may get the self-confidence. Nowadays, you may feel some inferiority because you have not get education from the specialized institution. But by through these such programs, from availability of such large experts, lifetime efforts and lifetime exposures throughout the world, so you would be able to claim that we are better than students of IIT, better than students of IIM, and better than many institutes out of India. So with these words, now I should suggest some readings for this basic understanding of the econometrics. In India, we use the book Basic Econometrics by Damodar and Gujarati, and this book is easily available. And one reference we have used the econometric theory by author Goldberg. Both of these books are available in our library, and these books are freely available on Google PDF file. So you may use these books and you may learn from some understandings. And with these lectures, I think now you are ready to learn from the respected renowned experts. These are our brief course. And after that, I would also focus on some different type of way on resource use efficiency. Sir will cover the different aspect and I would also cover some aspects. So these would be perfect lecture rather than the brief course. And for question answer, we would have the tutorial sessions. In tutorial section, we would provide you hand-on practice as well. We have Dr. Kumar from the Haryana Agriculture University Statistics Department. He will focus on use of computer and use of data, and he will call every student on this side, and you are supposed to operate that. He will give you basic teaching, basic learnings. That is the tutorial. Sir will give you the basic theoretical and practical knowledge, and our tutorial expert will give you the knowledge how to operate data by using your own hands. So thank you now.
Thank you so much, sir, for this enlightening session. I would like to request Professor Subusi Kumkar to come on the stage.
Okay, so then we need to copy there, I think. It will be approved next year. They are going to be approved. So, you kind of remind me what the start. Yes, yes, yes.
Please give a big hand to Dr. Subal. Welcome, sir. You can start.
My comment is I have found this thing. Well, I'll ask them whether they need the microphone.
Caller mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
sir. Okay, good. So I don't need the phone, right? Yes. This is it. Yeah. So,
Sir, it is better that if you use this caller mic.
okay, without that.
That caller mic would be, give some more
Okay, I'll do
clarity.
it. But first, let's just. Yeah, good. Just first get this thing going. No, this is different. This is phone. Yeah, yes, sir. So you need to share this. Okay, so how do we? Because I will not put okay, say anything, but nothing. No, yeah, this is, no, the thing is that I wanted to buy. थोड़ा सा वो सिस्टम से चला हमारे पास का एक बात हो रही है ले रहे हैं वो तो लैपटॉप से तो ले रहे हैं गाड़ी लेके आऊं पे कौन सा अपना but again no the thing is no, you see that the pencil in here and I here and then that will be projected.
कितने बुला रहे हो
So they can fix it with the
कितने बुला रहे हो
Jadip, what is the problem you are facing now?
Compatibility issue है.
Compatibility issue is there.
Project compatible नहीं.
So, sir, if you have slide, then we can just transfer the.
Here, no, that's not the issue because I wanted to do just like a chalkboard.
Okay, yes, yes.
Because I want to write things. It's not a prepared lecture. And if I give a prepared lecture with equation, nobody can understand.
Yes.
So this is not a small problem. This is a big problem.
व्हाइट यूज करना है
Yeah.
एज अ बोर्ड यूज करना है सर अपने में प्रोजेक्टर
पीछे वाला और का
If tea or coffee is available right now, they can have it because it might take 10 minutes or so to figure this thing out. If not,
टी ब्रेक कर पहले टी ब्रेक
चाहे कॉफी क्या आप you can just stop the recording.
whether they can improve their productivity given the resources that they are using, and knowing that how far they are lagging behind, we can provide some sort of guidance to them. That well, look, you have a potential to increase your output, and then again, next question would be how do they improve? So we'll be talking about figuring out whether there is a slack, meaning a potential for improvement, and then the second point is that how can they bridge the gap between what they are actually producing with the maximum or the benchmark. Okay. Um, so again, there, I mean, I'm just moving faster than looking at every point of the slide. Is that again, like efficient management? If you look at this one, efficient management ensures that resources, and resources by that we can talk about human resources. Okay, faster. Okay, and again, optimality can be defined in terms of the problem because you all speak English, but in other countries, I always see the volume are speaking too fast. Okay, now coming back to this, I mean, defining the benchmark.